Fine. There's a haze over my eyes. Can anyone hear me? We need help. I don't want to fall here.
Damn blizzard! Is this where I'm to draw my last? Consign it!
Where the Saurians? That was well fought. There's no one standing who might say otherwise. There's aught familiar about this place? Have we been here before? Drenched! How about well done?
You're not, forgive me. I cannot seem to walk of my own accord just now. Would you aid me in reaching the entrance?
was superb, Arisen.
You went in there to save my fellow soldiers. Well now. I underestimated you, friend. I shall send word of your deeds to the captain. You've done well this day. I thank you. We'll see.
I cannot die. I've seen naught but truth.
We seem to have arrived without issue. But are we safe here?
Well met, sir.
Times are hard. I'm barely scraping by.
That'll be the day.
Captain will have my head if I skip another.
Well met. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the foremost hospitality. You know where to find me.
Greetings. Here we conduct all manner of procedures pertaining to vocations. Have you found any of the items we discussed perchance? Forgive me, but you see, we cannot simply so regrettably let me see. What else can I tell you of our guild? Methinks Roderick, he runs the local army. May fortune smile upon you.
Let us commence our...
Good tidings, sir. How fares your retrieval of those plundered weapons? Will that be all then? Let me see. What else can I tell you of our guild? Do come again. Good tidings, sir. How fares your retrieval of those plundered weapons? Ah, you may now change your vote if you would prefer to register.
Well, you will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey. When treated to the foremost hospitality in all Vernworth. You know where to find.
Our results are awaited. What say we make our report?
Good tidings, sir. How fares your retrieval of those plundered weapons? You may now change your vote. What's more, I bet.
'Tis done at last. What I wouldn't give for a rest.
don't know what to do. My head hurts.
I've just recalled a little tidbit I heard from the locals.
Someone's asking for a drubbing.
Time to head to market, you think?
My wares.
I'll make a living if I get myself in.
Wish I had someone to share this spot with. Times are hard.
Gather round, gather round. Treat your ears to a tail biter.
What should I do?
If that is your destination, we cannot follow. But know that your return is eagerly awaited.
I'd rather not if I can avoid it.
Have you come to release me from this jail? Who are you? Aha! Then we are presented with three options. Either the law of our world that allows only one arisen has been upended, or Jesus arisen is false, or you are lying to me. Have you proof that you are arisen, as you say? Ah, they say the arisen's breast bears a wound akin to the dragon's claw. By that mark, 'twould seem 'tis true. This reminds me of a happening 148 years ago. During the reign of Regent Alphonse, a man named Crusoe appeared and claimed to be arisen. He went before the people, insisting that he, and not Regent Alphonse, was the true arisen, the one fit to lead them as their ruler. And what befell him, you ask? Ha! Crusoe was discovered to be a liar, whereupon his head was liberated from his shoulders on the spot. Aye. I dare say your arrival portends another beheading, but whose will it be? Escape? But why? Here, I spend my days perusing the code and deciphering old texts. I can devote all my time to my own interests. And I need not turn my ear to Deesa's absurd demands. 'Tis a paradise to me, this cell. That said, if you know of a place with a mountain of tomes I could delve into, tell me, does that ring any bells? Oh, to think such a place existed. How very curious. Guide me outside, then. If you can deliver me from this pit, I ought to be able to find the rest of the way on my own.
Use a rest.
I have been waiting for you, Arisen.
Aye, this should be far enough. My thanks. If you truly are Arisen, then I swear to someday repay this debt I owe. Words may be wind, but there's naught else I can offer you at present. Pray visit me if you've the time or inclination. Mayhap the knowledge I've gained reading tomes of Eld could be of some use to you.
Let one talk. I'm too old to... care.
What should I do?
I'll feel inside that once I'm under.
I've got the sharpest ears in town.
Welcome to the stop. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Always a pleasure. Well,
There'll be a few heavy purses
Fancy
about
a gander?
today.
Fine wares.
I can't wait to see what the day holds.
Ought to head home before I get in.
Welcome to the. We serve all manner of fine ales here.
Greetings, Your Majesty.
The rules at your leisure. Ought to head home.
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to... You've done a fine job. The number of those, should you continue... And it slips. There is much we ought to... How fared your mission? Was this scrap? This alone can prove little. To think 'tis a surprise. If Regent Kings, you have done well. There is much we ought to tend to. It seems Magistrate may have to be... Now, would you be so kind as to return the key? I thank you. There is much we ought to tend to for some time now, and so, the false sovereign's idea. But may I... What say you, your majesty? My thanks. Some of the century... Once you're infiltrated... Here. Take care, your mag... Masquerades being... Much is made of a period... There is much we ought to tend to while examining the palace for some time now. What's more, this cannot be mere, yet 'tis strange. I dare say, 'tis a frail hope to be certain. I am glad to hear it.
That man just now seems rather on edge. What could he have seen here to inspire such suspicion? I sense eyes upon us.
I'm rather How fare you, friend?
Seems my feet always lead me here.
Need anything?
Nary a dental
Good day, sir.
scratch on my
What
arms
might
and
you be
armor.
looking for?
Could use a dash of salt.
Welcome.
I'll have nightmares if I let myself borrow your life. Pleasant weeks.
One of these days,
This place is lovely. I might stay a while.
I'd sooner stay out of that.
I've got the sharpest ears in town.
There we are. That ought to keep me light on my feet.
Right, door's locked. That should do it.
By your leave, Arisen.
Such quietude. It's a blessing.
can't stomach places like this.
Would that all my days were so tranquil.
I don't tell half as many lies as my parents. I do wish they were
What?
My, I'm trapped like a rat in a cage. This Arisen's both shrewd and fleet of foot. Ah, 'tis obvious, no? I am an agent, of a sort. Let's just say there are some who don't want you wandering about as you please. I was to report on your comings and goings, you see. But I suppose that job's over, now you found me out. So, how about it, friend? Will you let me go? I've no reason to trouble you any further. Understandable. Still, no harm in asking, was there? Let's get this over with then.
You there! Halt!
Shit! We're in for it now.
With all likelihood, he is an agent dispatched from Batal. Pray, let us handle the rest. We will hear all he has to say before the week is out. I bid you, wait till then. Report to me if aught catches your eye.
Yes, sir!
We shall see how bold you are in eye. Well then, how was in the mood for a song?
Good day, sir. What might you be?
What learn a new dish?
My bedrooms. I shan't resist.
Won't someone do aught about this?
Where might I go to spend a few hours untrapped?
Good tidings to you. Are you the Arisen, perchance? Aye, I thought you might be the one. My husband spoke of you, you see. 'Tis through him I hear much of the gossip going around town. I suppose you're here to see him. You'll have to come another day, I fear. He's been sent out on a mission, and I can't say when he'll return. 'Tis a perilous mission at that. I've heard he is to fell a Dullahan at the Ill-Doer's resting place. I worry for him. I do hope he'll fare all right.
Here's hoping there'll be no trouble today.
Off to market I go.
Something smells divine.
A crime committed here will see one confined to jail.
Nice place, this.
Still waiting on that report.
I don't believe I've had the pleasure, sir. Have we some business I'm unaware of? You mean to tell me that Albert has been playing the part of a beggar? That man who would sooner starve to death than lift a finger in the pursuit of honest labor? suggest it is in very poor taste. All the same, I shall test the truth of your accusation, and who better to make it plain for us than Albert himself? I will place these clothes somewhere about the house. If he has aught to hide, his reaction when he finds them will doubtless be very telling. You may visit us again in a few days' time. Fear not. I have no intention of causing a fuss.
If he asks me again, I'll claw out his eye.
I quite like it here.
Those new recruits.
We shall remain here.
It's a bit early for a rest as yet.
We must consider the needs of the common folk.
Rain or shine, I'll make the best of it.
I'd kept just about it.
Mayhap you've been misinformed, sir.
Everyone in their place.
Quiet at last.
Tis quiet about.
Tis our duty to see this peace protected. Couldn't hurt to put my feet to the moment.
I've got to focus.
The weight of my duties is like to flatten me.
I'm not sure what got me out of bed at this hour. This is a luxury.
You're far from your station, are you not?
There's aught to be said for peace and quiet.
Dull days for us are at
Why, you're... No. Pay me no mind. We who are gathered here are naught but nameless nobles. 'Twould be uncouth to inquire after another's identity.
I do hope our sovereign's enjoying himself.
Just one last push, and I'll be... Have you heard? There's to be more restrictions on goods traded with Batar. Apparently, even privately owned items will come to be curtailed soon.
Well now, you're...
What is it? Has something happened?
We have it on good authority that a suspicious individual passed through here.
We need to scour the area. Well, scour all you like, but you won't find...
In here.
I've been here the whole time. Open up! Open this door right now. We're coming in. Get out! Out, I say!
You're dressed rather austerely for a patron.
My humblest apologies, Lady Wilhelmina. We've had reports of an unseemly character in the vicinity, you see, and...
Preposterous. I was out front till but a moment ago, and I did not see so much as a shadow.
Be that as it may.
You are excused. Leave this place, ere you invite our noble host's wrath upon yourself. I will summon you if aught is amiss.
Pray forgive the intrusion.
And what business have you here? In the nobles' playground? Hmm? You've the face of someone in search of a juicy morsel. Would you be looking for this, perchance?
Come on, then. Keep pouring. Do you take me for some green lad who can't handle his cups? I'm your damned king, and a king deserves royal treatment.
Of course, Your Majesty.
Tell us, Your Majesty, would you prefer more drink, or shall we find some other way to amuse ourselves?
Aye. Let's change things up.
Oh.
I believe I cautioned you to keep your drunken revelry in check, lest you forget these celebrations of your valor are but a pretense for more serious matters.
I know. I do. It's just I get the poison in me and things happen is all.
You need only serve as our false king until Sven becomes consul. Till then, however, you would do well to remember that your role demands a certain degree of dignity. I trust you understand your position, Your Majesty.
Nay, as you say, I'll go and sober up.
Why not remove yours as well? This is not the masquerade hall, and we now find ourselves quite alone. What say we dispense with such pretenses and speak openly with one another, Lord Phasus?
That will do. If you're discovered, yours won't be the only head that rolls. What is your purpose here, I wonder? If you came to learn of the Sovereign, then 'tis as you have seen. The man is naught but a ale-swilling pretender propped up by the Queen Regent. Of course, that begs the question. If he's a mere mummer, then where might our true Arisen be? You'd best go. I'll do what I can to help you make your escape. As you can see, I run an establishment that caters to certain pleasures. You're welcome to come and play anytime, if you escape with your life, that is. Know, however, that our services do not come cheap.
I only pray no ruffians come here.
All this worrying's giving me an achy back.
I ought to find someone to buy me a drink.
Greetings, Master. Is this where you've been all this while? We've made it then. What's our first order of business, Arisen?
Perfect spot for a kid.
Seems my days are naught but toil.
It's been a hard day.
Is there aught else you care to ask? Arthur, you say? I've lived in this village many a year, but I can't say I've heard of someone by that name. My apologies. Is there aught else you'd care to ask? Aye. Take care.
We shall await you here, Master.
That all you wanted to ask? Figures you'd want to know about him. We're supposed to be neutral. Ordinarily, I wouldn't say a word about one of our jobs. But I suppose I can tell you, the situation being what is. His real name is Dara. He was one of us, once. But he's been exiled. We had no choice, see? After he went off to play the false arisen, we're men and women of shadow. Center stage isn't our place to stand. That's why he was cast out. He'll ne'er be part of our village again. That all you wanted to ask? For all this, Dara was in line to become the next Thief Maester, but he failed. Took a massive injury to the chest during the trial. So the title fell to me. That's when he went off, saying he used the scar on his chest to pose as the Arisen. And what a scheme that turned out to be, eh? Now he gets to sit pretty on the best seat in the kingdom. Still, you'd have a hard time proving that he's not who he says he is. He's a wily one, that Dara. Always was careful not to leave behind a shred of evidence. But we can't have him thinking that he gets to go off and enjoy a peaceful life in the lap of luxury after breaking our code. Methinks he needs something to remind him of the debt he owes us. Here, this should do the trick.
Something fun to do.
And I shan't
Ought to be said.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. I bear word from Regent Ken Sven, your Majesty. He espied the delivery of a suspicious package to a man named Allard, a minister who happens to be one of the Queen Regent's staunchest and most powerful allies in the palace. From the pains he took to remain on scene, 'tis plain that Allard wished this delivery kept away from prying eyes. That alone is reason to suspect a connection to Deeza's schemes. We must get to the bottom of it. The Regent Kin intends to call Allard to his chambers come nightfall. He bids you to use this opportunity to search the minister's chambers and see if there's aught to be learned. What say you, your Majesty? Are you willing to undertake this task? I shall ensure that the door to the minister's chambers is open between midnight and dawn. Pray, use that time to infiltrate and uncover aught worthy of suspicion. There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen— Ah, yes. Regarding your pursuer from some days past, As we suspected. He was indeed an agent from Batal. When he learnt of your Majesty's escape, he began inquiring after your movements. 'Tis a glad thing we captured him before matters escalated. As to how he learned your Majesty's location with such ease, I intend to extract the answers from him anon. I shall be sure to inform you when I do. Pray, take this. 'Tis the least I can offer for your Majesty's assistance.
So the agent was of Batal, after all.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to Well, well. He is merely Disa's puppet, then. 'Tis likely that he knows naught of her schemes. Even were he to be removed, I suspect some other would simply be made to take his place. But if there's aught that compels my attention, 'tis this other man you mention. Phases, was it? He seems a man of import, and yet I have never heard of him. Pray, allow me to investigate this matter further. You've done well, Your Majesty. Thank you.
Queen Regent Disa appears to be working in concert with...
There is much we ought to tend to. Have you divined aught of the false sovereign, Your Majesty? This appears to be a bill calling for the arrest of a man named Dara. But hold a moment. Does this man's countenance not bear an uncanny resemblance to that of the false sovereign? I see. If Your Majesty is certain that the two are one and the same, then I am convinced as well. However, I'm afraid this paper alone does not constitute sufficient proof. Ah, but of course. I surmise Your Majesty intends to post the bill and invite suspicion. A clever plan. The Queen Regent will be forced to deny any connection to our new sovereign, yet will be unable to remove the bill from the public eye. Furthermore, 'twill serve as an attestation to Dara's existence, which shall remain an undeniable truth till the man resurfaces. And all the while, the doubts lurking in the hearts of the citizenry will continue to deepen. A clever ploy indeed. I shall attend to this matter personally. I've no doubt that this bill will prove its worth in due course. You have my gratitude, Your Majesty. Your aid has been invaluable.
So, the false sovereign operates at the behest of Queen Regent Disa. This spider has woven her web rather carefully.